good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. This your boy Reese back with another video, man. This guy right here with the gray shirt, man, wonderful guy, moves his family to Africa for some humanitarian type work. His awful wife has done something very, very common these days. You know what I'm saying? But let's go ahead and get into the video.
Jackie Schroyer, the wife accused of orchestrating a murder for hire.
Jackie Schroyer, that's her name.
Plot that ended in the brutal stabbing death of her own husband, Bo, last year. She has officially been convicted out in Angola.
Yeah. She's finally been convicted, man, after her heinous crime.
Crime may have happened in Africa, but it has made international news. We are going to talk about the evidence, the plot, the sentences, the players, and more with an attorney and former CIA officer.
All right, let's go ahead and get into it.
Remember the story of an American woman who was accused of having an affair with the family bodyguard and then proceeding to order the assassination of her pastor husband, more specifically,
Wow, he was a pastor, bro. She had their bodyguard to murder her pastor husband. And they had a family, man.
Seeking out hitmen and finding an area to carry out the hit. She has now been officially convicted of murder. And this wasn't here in the United States. No, this was in Angola. Convicted in Lubango District Court.
All the way in Africa.
We are talking about 44-year-old Jackie Schroyer.
44-year-old Jackie, man. Look, she got on 2 watches. You know the pastor taking care of her, man. Look at her. That's what rappers do.
She has been found guilty in connection with the murder of her husband, Bo Schroyer, also 44. And she was sentenced to 24 years in an Angolan prison, as well as hit with an almost $11,000 fine. And this comes after she was arrested.
It still don't seem like enough time.
In November of 2024, quickly after the killing, by the way, and then formally charged in February of this year. Now, after Bo had moved with Jackie and their children to Angola in 2021 for missionary work. We're talking about a great human being here, missionary work. And this was through the evangelical Christian SIM USA organization out of North Carolina. He was stabbed to death on October 25th, 2024. The former Detroit Lakes, Minnesota police officer, member of the Lakes Area Vineyard Church, was lured to a remote area by several men from Angola with criminal records for serious crimes. We're talking kidnapping and armed robbery, these career criminals. This is all according to Angola's Criminal Investigation Service. So what do? They fake that they had problems with the car, right? Engine problems. They lure him to the remote area and they kill him. They stab him to death. His body found alongside a blood-stained car with his belongings. And apparently, according to the New York Post, Jackie was there, but faked that she had to go to the bathroom and went into a bush while they lure her husband away to murder him.
They should have gave this life, bruh. 24 years for that crime to set up your pastor husband who brought his family to Africa to help people, and you get him murdered because you wanted some black schlong. They should have gave her life, man.
And it's interesting because police had said at the time that Jackie appeared to be distraught at the news of the death of her husband. But again, she was the mastermind. She's the one who orchestrated everything. These hitmen were paid basically the equivalent of $50,000 by Jackie.
Wow.
And the hitmen, the Daily Mail identified them as Isolino Caillou, Gelson Ramos, and Bernardino Elias. Now, Bernardino Elias is somebody we got to talk about. He is the guy that Jackie was apparently having an affair with.
Oh my gosh. This man brought you all the way to Africa to do good work, and you end up cheating on him with a dang African, man. Knowing he don't want nothing from you but some pussy and money. And you gonna get your husband killed. Was it that good? Was it worth him losing his life, you losing your family, and you going to jail for 20-something years, which is low, by the way? Come on, man.
He had been working at the family's home in Angola as a security guard. Oh, and investigators reportedly found the murder weapon, an American an American-made knife at the crime scene, and this was a knife that was apparently a gift to Elias from Jackie. According to authorities, days before Bo's murder, Elias and Jackie, these lovers, they go out to this remote area, again the crime scene, to check it out, in anticipation of the attack, make sure everything is okay there, that's the spot. And when it comes to motive, why would Jackie do this? She was seemingly not too happy that Bo decided the family would be leaving Angola once his missionary work ended.
Wow. So she got her husband killed because this man felt like he was going to complete his mission that God set him out to do. And this devil of a wife took into her own mind, her own account, to hire someone to get him killed so they can stay in Africa. Come on, man. She had to like something. I don't know what this African man did to her, but he turned his out, man.
Manuel Halaiwa, the superintendent of criminal investigation with the Criminal Investigation Service, told the Angola press agency that with motive, quote, strong suspicions of a romantic relationship between the person who ordered the crime and her accomplice, the guard at the couple's residence. Now, I mentioned what happened to Jackie, but what happened to her accomplices? Well, Elias, Caillou, and Ramos, they were also sentenced to between 21 and 22 years, respectively, for aggravated homicide and money laundering. Now, it has been reported by local media that Schroyer's lawyer plans to appeal this decision, citing inconsistencies in the legal process and evidentiary issues. As for Bo and the family, Bo was laid to rest on November 30th, 2024. His obituary read in part, quote, "In all of Bo's adult life, his love of God and family was paramount to the way he lived his life. He married Jacqueline Hawkinson on May 6, 2005 in Andover, Minnesota. They were both eager to start their family. With faith as a guide, they provided love, education, and direction to their 5 children. His wit and unique humor brought laughter even in difficult times. Bo's heart for children was expanded when he and his oldest daughter, Bella, went on a mission trip to Africa. He became committed to finding ways that he, alongside his family, could serve the Lord by providing love, inspiration, and kindness, as well as life's necessities to the children and families in Africa. Again, a vocation in which he successfully used his many talents." In fact, Bo would go on social media and he would talk about his work, talking about how the family moved to this, quote, remote bush village, so no electricity, no sewer, no water systems, but they were there to help. And he posted on Facebook the day before he was killed that the Nineka people they were helping are, quote, among the most marginalized people groups in Angola. As for the children, they returned to the United States. They're apparently in the care of close family. They're getting help from the church as well. And talking about the church, Troy Easton, the lead pastor,
Done messed up these kids' lives, man. All for some penis.
of Lakes Area Vineyard Church, said after Jackie's conviction, quote, "It's important for you to know that this verdict follows a very thorough investigation and trial process that was monitored closely, conducted fairly, and carried out with integrity. While I am grateful for the clarity and closure this brings, I am also deeply grieved, knowing how much pain and confusion this news carries for so many, especially for Bo and Jackie's children and family. Though this news is shocking and extremely difficult to comprehend, it's important for you to know that this verdict follows an extensive investigation and trial process. The Schroyer children continue to be well cared for, and we will continue to work alongside SIM USA to ensure their ongoing care and support. Church, I love you, and I am heartbroken with you that this has become part of our story." And they added that they prayed Jackie Schroyer would run into the merciful, gracious, forgiving, and loving arms of our Father in heaven.
What?
As for SIM USA, they said in a statement, the circumstances of Bo's death are tragic and heartbreaking, but we are grateful for the measure of closure this verdict brings and pray it represents a step toward healing for all those impacted. SIM USA remains committed to supporting the Schroyer children who are being cared for by close family with support from SIM counselors and a dedicated fund set up to provide them long-term financial support.
It appears that if nothing else, one of the pieces of evidence that local authorities found was an American-made knife. And that American-made knife was actually a gift to Jackie's boyfriend, the one she was having an affair with, and they were able to link that knife back. And that was a piece of this evidence that said, this isn't just local. There's some American connection to this. And let's face it, that really starts to narrow down suspects and narrow down those who might be involved. And I think that was a massively important key piece of evidence that they started and focused in upon correctly.
Facts, man. Dumbass African. How you gonna kill a man for the white lady and lead a fucking murder weapon that they gifted you? That's good you got your ass caught, man. You and all your homeboys.
I see these ones where you have one person wanting to be with another, and sometimes I imagine, because we're all trying to figure out what's inside her head here, but it's being driven by
Cock. That's what's inside her head.
emotion rather than calculation. And so what you get is something else. I want him gone, and it becomes gone at what? Any price, where you're not thinking it through, you're not doing. Not that I'm telling people how to do this, but I have to say that my experience, not just as a prosecutor dealing with cases like this, but trying just countless numbers of cases, including murders, and how they...
Tons of experience in this. If I'm laying out the motive here, she's having an affair, she's not happy that Bo is going to take the family and leave this area once the mission work is done, paying hitmen to do this. Does this seem like an outlier to you, or are you saying this is a pattern I have seen time?
So she would rather get that pipe and stay in that area that has no electricity, no running water, nothing like that. All natural. She would rather stay there with these guys and get her husband killed before she lets him take the family back somewhere comfortable after completing his mission. They did not give this woman enough time in jail, man. They should have gave her 50 years. Orchestrating a murder to kill her pastor husband, who's doing the world a favor. You know what I'm saying? Not even a favor, his mission. Doing his mission over there, bro.
And time again, when you have spouses or loved ones who either kill their significant other or hire somebody to do it, is this just a pattern, something you've seen before?
So yeah, man, shout out to the African police people down there for catching these criminals, including the wife, for putting a hit out on her husband, who's seemed like a great guy for the family, man. She definitely didn't get all that she deserved, but the 20-some years, it's going to really eat her out. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she should have got more time, but hey, man, it is what it is now. Pray for the kids, man. All the kids around the world, man, because you don't know what family you're going to be born into. You know what I'm saying? So y'all let me know what y'all think about this video. Reese Bo Squeeze, man. I'm out.